Hey Joe, where you go with that gun in your hand? Mustang Sally, come on Felicia, let's go on that. Let's get your vocal right. Let's get it all warmed up. Here we go. Mustang Sally, yeah. But you better slow that Mustang down. Mark Rim, Vic, you bring it. Vic, I want to hear you too. Mustang Sally now, baby. You better slow that Mustang down. You've been running all over town now. Oh yeah, what I say now.
Mustang Sally, you better slow that Mustang down. Mustang Sally now, baby. You better slow Mustang down. You've been running all over town now, baby. You gotta put your feet back on the ground.
Bought you a brand new Mustang from 1965. All you wanna do is signify, woman. You just don't let me drive. Mustang Sally now, baby. Bet you better slow that Mustang down.
Slow it down.
You've been running all over town.
Put your feet back. All you wanna do is ride around, Sally.
Ride, Sally, ride.
All you wanna do is ride around, Sally.
Ride, Sally, ride.
All you wanna do is ride around, Sally.
Ride, Sally, ride.
All you wanna do is ride around, Sally.
Ride, Sally, ride.
One of these early mornings, you're gonna be wiping your weeping eyes.
Every time I come out and I even try, I soak up all the BS and the lies. I get all choked up, I get a butterflies. My heart erases, get caught by surprise. When I give a little piece of me, then he takes so selfishly, like every man that I have ever known. With a pretty smile, sitting on the throne. I'm stoned, cold-hearted, I am stoned, cold-hearted.
that feels so all alone. I can't call it home with no queen to match my tone. I focus my thoughts and start to zone. I'm pondering on what went wrong. Was it the night that I got stoned, or the fight that just got blown into pieces? I am not the type to wear women's leashes, but I was embedded in your life, like where the folds, they meet the creases. To a fault I contract, it became broken leases. A love that once flourished, devoured by diseases. Yo, I'm speechless on this throne. It doesn't feel right walking home all alone. I guess I gotta keeping on. I'm feeling stoned.
And he wonders why I'm acting just like a bitch.
Girl, I said acting.
Cooking up my spells,
Cooking up your spells.
like a good little witch. He thinks he can turn me on with the flick of a switch. But oh no,
But I
no,
said, oh, no.
Who do you think
I
you're
had no idea
dealing
who
with?
I was dealing with.
I said I'm stoned,
She
yeah,
can be so
yeah.
stoned.
Yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah,
be so
yeah, yeah.
stoned.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She can be, I can be, we can be, she can be, I can be, we can be so stoned. Cool. So I twist my locks. I wear slick slacks with Argyle socks. I put on a color that pops. I rock out to this beat that hops. I hail a cab, and this time he stops. I tell him I'm ready to hit those blocks. I want more than a flock, insatiable. I want more than a lot, you see. I want to overdose, I'm becoming close. Become a man who abandoned his post and his plans became ghosts.
So stoned,
Ghosts.
yeah, so stoned, yeah, so stoned. So he found some other girl that's better than me.
just like
She
you.
says yes.
She says yes.
To all he says, you see, she nods her head.
She
just
nods
like
her head just like a good
girl.
little
She's his
girl.
puppet.
I'm
He's
the king of the world.
Now listen, how did you can do that to me? Cause I'm a woman and I gotta be free. It takes a man to love me for who I am, not some little boy try to keep me tame. I'm stoned, yeah,
She can be so
yeah.
stoned.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
She can be, I can be, we can be, she
Yeah,
can be, I
yeah,
can be, we
yeah,
can be,
yeah,
she can be, I can be, we can be so stoned. She can be so stoned. She can be, I can be, we can be, she can be, I can be, we can be, she can be, I can be, we can be, she can be, I can be, we can be so, she can be, I can be, we can be so stoned.
Da 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 dum, dum dum. Ba da 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 dum, dum dum. Ba da 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 dum, dum dum.
Hello there. Welcome to Leadership Greater Chicago's annual Celebrate Leaders event. We are grateful to have so many fellows and friends with us tonight. Thank you for being here. Tonight, we bring you the Catalyst Sessions, an evening of stories with impact. These stories are stories of courage, transformation, investment, and equity, and they come to life through the contributions of our honorees, J.P. Morgan Chase, Deputy Governor Sol Flores, and the Civic Consulting Alliance. Leadership Greater Chicago believes the best civic work emerges from diverse viewpoints and unexpected collaborations. Tonight, we bring you the unexpected through music, art, and stories that celebrate the incredible leaders in our city, including many of our fellows who are building new alliances and challenging us all to do our part. And we have a very special announcement at the end of the program, so please stay with us. You won't want to miss it. We want to thank tonight's sponsors for their generous support that allows us to build the region's civic leadership pipeline, which today is a community of more than 1,200 fellows. We could not deliver the knowledge and network necessary to lead bold, transformative change without you. Thank you to our corporate chair, Allstate, for your long-standing civic leadership and support, and to our host sponsor and honoree, J.P. Morgan Chase, for your generosity and continued civic leadership. We also want to thank our platinum sponsors, many of whom are All Hands on Deck series partners. Their leadership teams have joined us each month since October to reimagine Chicago with us through a series of impactful conversations. Helping us to deliver this series is WBEZ Public Radio. Thank you to Steve Edwards, Chief Content Officer at WBEZ, and the team of WBEZ reporters who have expertly moderated these monthly discussions on race, housing, education, and more. Thank you also to our silver and bronze sponsors for your support tonight and throughout the year. And finally, we want to thank you, our fellows, our two boards, our friends, our staff, and our partners for joining us in a shared commitment to this critical civic work that has never been more important than it is today. It takes all of us to change the world. And now, get ready. Get ready for a great evening of storytelling and entertainment. Welcome to the Catalyst Sessions.
LGC. My name is Josh Milberg, and I am a proud member of the class of 2017. On behalf of Allstate, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's Celebrating Leaders virtual event. I am so proud to be part of this evening's festivities because LGC is so close to my heart. LGC prepares us to be the leaders that are necessary now and into the future. We are at an important moment in our history as a city, as a region, as a country, and throughout the world. We have an opportunity to build back better, build back stronger, but just as importantly, build back in a more equitable way. LGC gave us those tools and continues to give generations of leaders those tools to be successful as we move forward. On a personal note, I always think back to my class of 2017, to the voice of my colleagues and friends, now friends, and how they thought about the world and how that changed my perspective of the world and how it continues to change how I lead every day. 2 years ago, we were the proud recipients of the Corporate Civic Leadership Award. This year, we are proud to pass that award on to JP Morgan Chase for all of their important work across the Chicagoland region and across the US. I want to leave you tonight with a thank you. Thank you for all that you do today and all that you will do to make Chicago a fantastic place to live for all of us, to change the world, and to continue to keep Chicago as the greatest city in the world. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Yay! I love LGC. First, I want to congratulate Chase for receiving the Corporate Leadership Award. They are supporting our efforts through an Advancing Cities model to be able to create homeownership in our communities and be able to build wealth. Wealth in community means that we have to have communities that are properly capitalized. We need tangible assets like schools that are functioning well, stores, community organizations, cultural institutions. Non-tangible assets, it's leadership involvement, the community, the leadership, the spirit, the values of the community. Of course, that wealth is also financial because it needs to be passed on from one generation to another. Homeownership is one of the few vehicles by which working class families can build wealth when done right. If done right and when done right, that wealth appreciates and families are able to build wealth over time. Communities cannot build wealth or develop communities on their own. We need partnerships. We need the public sector, we need the philanthropic sector, and of course we need the corporations.
Corporations like JP Morgan Chase are extraordinarily valuable in our communities because they can help bring additional wealth, the kind of wealth that is normally recognized in the capitalist society that we live in.
Right now, homeownership rates for whites, it's around 70%. For blacks and Hispanics, it's in the low 40s and mid 40s. So there's a big gap.
So I believe, and we believe at our company, that corporations in our cities and in our country. Last fall, we announced a $30 billion commitment to address systemic racism in Black and Hispanic communities. In addition, Chicago was one of 7 cities to win the Advancing Cities Challenge. We invested in a collaborative of 7 organizations focused on boosting long-term home ownership by investing in modular construction homes and financial products and coaching, primarily in the south and west sides of Chicago. If the pandemic and some of the social unrest taught us anything, is that it clearly created energy around a topic that frankly has been with us forever. We know that there's been racial inequity and disparity in our country, in our city.
There is a growing acknowledgement, and especially among corporation leaders like JP Morgan Chase, that this is a societal ill that we all need to tackle together.
Now it's an opportunity to bring all of the sectors together and operate differently to make things better.
Many of the leaders that I admire, that I partner with, that I have come to know, love, and respect throughout the work that I do have been fellows of LGC. And so to be among a group of problem solvers and creative thinkers and people committed to making our city and our region a better place is something that I'm deeply proud of.
I want to give a shout out to LGC. It's very important that they put their values and faith into practice, into action to make a very strong, healthier, vibrant city for all of us.
To see, again, corporations, government, the mayor, Governor Pritzker, philanthropic leaders, amazing leaders come together around a common cause and tackle this issue, it gives me a ton of hope and optimism.
We can do this.
Every soft place on me was beat rock hard. Even my fingers didn't hardly stretch out no more. Beat me because they say I was an agitating nigger, challenging white power, charging with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. One of our Freedom Democratic Party members come to see about us, Mr. Gia. They nearly beat him to death. Even took paper trying to burn off his private parts. Don't understand what make people so hateful. I couldn't even walk to my trial. They had to carry me. But I told them, you might kill me today, but I'm innocent. I'm not guilty, and I never say I'm guilty. Before they let me out, forced me to write out that they never mistreated me, even though they beat me within an inch of my life. Still got a blood clot in the artery of my left eye, and my vision is nearly about gone now. Left me with permanent kidney damage. My legs, well, they don't work too good. I never had a mind to stop. But after that beating, I knew nothing could stop me but death. I'd already beat that. But best believe it changed me. No, I've been changed. Oh, I know I've been changed. Oh, I know I've been changed. The angels in the heaven done signed my name. The angels in the heaven done signed my name. I need somebody to talk to me. Oh, I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done signed my name. Well, if you don't believe I've been redeemed, follow me down to that Jordan stream. Well, I stepped in the water. The water was cold. It chilled my body, but not my soul. Oh, I know I've been changed. Oh, I know I've been changed. Yeah. I know I've been changed. The angels in heaven done sign my name. The angels in heaven done sign my name. We was in that jail from Sunday to Wednesday, just me and God in that nasty cell. I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, as a freedom worker, every time you leave your house, you know you may never return. But being in that nasty cell alone, no pain medications, unable to walk, I had to really pray. I knew then why God had kept the Negro sane. Otherwise, we might be out for revenge for all the hurt been done to us. James Bevel, Reverend Andy Young, and Dorothy Cotton bailed us out. And that's when they told me about Medgar, how they shot him in the back on his front steps, his kids waiting on the other side of the front door. The bullet went through his heart and through the heart of every Negro in Mississippi. He was carrying the NAACP t-shirts that read, "Jim Crow must go!" I know I've been changed. The angels in the heaven done called his name. The angels in the heaven done called his name.
For me, community is relationships.
Connection. Community means respecting each other and working together for a common goal.
Fellowship.
Unified. Together. Human.
My native community is the context for everything that I am.
Community means to me Ubuntu.
I haven't told a story in a couple years. Just a second. Yes. Okay. Well, when I was little, I wanted to be a lawyer because a very popular TV show at the time was LA Law on TV. So I'm not sure if I wanted to be a lawyer or an actress, but it was very appealing to me. In 2002, I became the founding executive director of La Casa Norte, and it was amazing. During that time, we worked with community, we were a part of community, listening to what young people and families said that they needed to be their best selves. Over the course of 18 years, we worked to provide housing, shelter, job support, food, medical health, behavioral health, and also to be a listening, supportive, and non-judgmental person in their lives.
Sol was, as a little baby, very independent, very smart, and she learned to read at the age of three. She would read to me on Sunday mornings. That was our thing. And she was always helping people and advocating for people, or her cousins, that is.
People know what's best for themselves, and when given an opportunity, when given a hand up, when given a chance, they rise to the occasion. I was clear that I wanted to participate in the Leadership Greater Chicago program. I understood the benefits, the network, the learning opportunities, and for me, at that time, my career at La Casa Norte, I knew that's what we needed to continue to press forward, both in my leadership skills and in direct results.
What initially drove me to Sol is that Sol opens herself up to everyone. It's hard not to be pulled into Sol Flores. There is no one that will say the most outrageous thing at the most inopportune moment to just make sure that we remember it's about connection, it's about laughter, and it's about love.
You know, they have all these different terms to label leaders, but she is like the epitome of a relational leader. She starts with love, and then the rest follows. And she brought that to state government.
When then Governor-elect Pritzker called me and offered me this role, he said to me, Sol, I've been watching the work that you have done at La Casa Norte and in community, and I want to bring that into the administration.
I'm so grateful that Sol is at this place at this time, because she has just helped us take off the guardrails and thinking about what is possible. We're dealing with this, quote, novel coronavirus. That was what it was initially termed. And so we needed novel and innovative approaches, and just having Sol's leadership to say, think beyond what you've done, has made us do things that the Department of Public Health has never done before.
I'm so excited by what we get to do every day. We're really bringing a strong sense of innovation and entrepreneurship, and we're pushing the buttons of bureaucracy every single day, thinking about what else can we do, what can we do differently, because the stakes are so high. We understand who's at the other end, right? And we can't tolerate any more time that goes by where people are suffering. We need to strengthen opportunities to uplift people.
It's definitely about trust. It's about transparency. And that has been such a force, because in working with her, we can be real. We can be real, and we can, cut out the BS and get to the truth.
Sol fights for equity, and she thinks about representation in everything that she does, because she understands the importance of diversity of thought. We experienced that during Leadership Greater Chicago, where you have all these different individuals that think differently but are working toward the same purpose, the same goal of building a better city for everyone.
What's different now is that we're taking the most uncomfortable issues of our lifetime, racism, inequity, and putting them at the center of everything we do. And I'm so proud of that, because that's the way that we move forward. As a woman of color, as a Latina, as a child of immigrants, those are the issues and experiences that I live with every day. And I do this work because I want to make sure that other people that look like me have a different future.
She sits at that table for about 30 seconds and looks around and says, there needs to be 3 more people here that look like me or that represent different groups. And here are their names and here are the numbers, and I will sit here and wait while you call them because this table needs to look different.
I am doubly and triply excited. I love it when great things happen to great people, and that is what's happening now. This is such a deserved honor.
Sol Flores has one of the most critical jobs in all of Illinois government, overseeing our health and human service agencies. She leads our efforts in everything from healthcare to childcare to long-term care to food assistance to housing programs to mental health and everything in between. Her pivotal role in our administration cannot be understated, and now more than ever. While neither Sol nor I expected to lead the state through a pandemic when I appointed her as deputy governor 2 years ago, she's proven herself to be a fighter for the health and safety of our residents each and every day. And she does it with urgency and empathy. Sol has faced unimaginable pressures, but Illinoisans should feel proud of how she has helped guide our state through this pandemic. With decades of experience in building up social services, she now impacts policy on a broader scale, always having the people we serve in mind. Above all, I value her resolute leadership, infectious optimism, and emphasis on equity. Sol has proven time and time again that for this job, she's the right leader at the right time. I'm incredibly proud of what she's achieved for the people of Illinois. Her passion and determination every day and her relentless advocacy for our most vulnerable residents have helped save lives and maintain healthy communities, and she's given us all hope for a brighter tomorrow. I want to applaud LGC for recognizing Sol Flores with your Distinguished Leader Award.
Hey LGC Fellows, thank you for all you do for Chicago.
Thank you, LGC, for helping to develop the leaders our region needs.
Thank you, LGC, for being such a powerful force for good at such a critical time.
Thank you, LGC, for opening my eyes in new ways to understanding more about this great city of Chicago.
Thank you, LGC, for cultivating this amazing community of folks trying to make the world a better place, starting right here at home in Chicago.
Thank you, LGC, for bringing love and leadership to Chicago and the world. And there is nothing the world needs more than love and leadership.
Good evening. The brand of civic leadership we teach and instill at Leadership Greater Chicago requires a deep level of commitment to each other and our city. You've heard from some exceptional civic leaders tonight, and hopefully you're starting to see the impact of LGC, an organization that delivers the knowledge and network to lead bold, transformative change. At LGC, we create space for magic to happen. We are the only organization in the region that dares to bring together high-performing individuals with diverse backgrounds from all sectors to tackle the area's most pressing issues. This proven formula develops thought leaders who shape the civic landscape. That's why so many organizations across the city and region send their best and brightest through our leadership development programs. If you look at every cutting-edge collaboration that exists in our city today, you can be assured our fellows are involved. They're digging deep on the issues, asking the tough questions, and making a difference. They are the leaders that our city and our region need in this moment. So tonight, we're asking you to support this important work by supporting us. You can do so right now using the QR code or link below, or texting LEAD GREAT to 76278. Text LEAD GREAT to 76278. When you contribute to LGC, your contribution will be matched dollar for dollar for the next 24 hours, thanks to the generosity of our board of directors. We are grateful to you for making our work possible. Thank you for being with us tonight, and enjoy the show.
Every day bleeds away when I face it without you. Every day's gray and I run away from sunshine's rays without you. Every song's minor and tragic. That's every day that goes by without your magic. I'm drowning under the weight of the clouds ticking. It's crushing all my dreams and all my little hopes of loving. It's a beating of beats that repeats and repeats, and it keeps me from knowing some peace in the night would be quite alright with me now. It's too much, it's too long, it's too strong, breathing without seeing you, eating nothing, smoking all my little cigarettes up. My mama done told me just to come on home. Oh, no. How to go on living, knowing my light is where you are. And just then you walk through my door. The sky turns blue, everything's a happy hue. There's a rainbow in your eyes, and happiness is just a kiss away, a smile from you. I'm just a happy pappy. Don't need no map, just come closer now. Let's take a trip aboard that ship. There's islands of love awaiting lonely lovers who venture onto the sea. We could be famous for loving, just two sweethearts doing the thing. Clark Kent and his Lois Lane, Roxanne for Cyrano did the same. Tarzan and his Jane, they held on till they could swing it. Boris and the tall Natasha, Captain Smith and Pocahontas, magnetically blamed. I said, God, you send me now, African me, baby. My world's empty when I'm without you, so can't you keep closer to me? Everything you bring makes me sing like Tinker bouncing off the walls. Up and down the sea of sky, you'd make every day a lovely lover's bouquet. So it's clear to say, as long as you can stay, I'll be happy with you. You'll be happy too. It's a make or break for heaven's sake, 'cause there's no faking love. It's a date every day to let love make a way. So just promise you can stay.
Gracias.
Mahalo nui loa. Thanks, Leadership Greater Chicago.
Art and culture really deliver on the democratic promise. And democracy promises one thing and one thing only, and that's equitable participation, which we don't have. But art can actually provide that. And the arts actually comes from.
Oh, that's beautiful. I had never thought of it like that, right? So it's interesting to me that in this moment, you had people coming and turning to the arts for solace, for answers, for, this was very direct. There was no indirect about it, this kind of urgency. And then these think tanks or these roundtable discussions, right? So you were giving this example of one where they wanted you to come in and talk about the police, defund the police, what are we doing? And the assumption was you should have an answer and it's going to be one or the other, right? And that's not what you did. What did you do?
It was really an interesting moment because I was really very clear on not offering an opinion, right?
Yes.
I mean, people joke that I'm like semicolon girl, right? It's like, could be a run-on sentence. But I'm like, wait, because I think that where the question begins is how you build your ecology. So with this question about the police, it's like, do you want to defund the police? Do you think we should keep funding them at this level? And I was like, well, where my question begins is, who do we want to be? What's our aspiration of who we want to be? And so how do we want to govern ourselves?
Yes.
So clearly, the outfit we have chosen is not wearing well, It is not showing up really for anybody.
Right.
Right? And so instead of saying, hey, here's the model, where do we just kind of clip it? I'm saying, wait, maybe we've never asked this question, right?
Right.
And so how we govern ourselves and who we think we are. So for me, it's two things, which is one is that, we need new models. Clearly, we need new models. I think the other thing when I talk about an ecology, like for me, the question is, it's an ecology. So ecologies are not equal. They're equitable.
Yes.
Right?
And there's a huge
So I'm not going
difference.
for equality. I'm going
Yes.
for equity.
Yes.
So if you ask me now, which is more important to me, oxygen or water? Well, clearly oxygen, right? But don't make me choose because I'm going to need water. So they're not equal, but it's about an equity. So when we ask those questions, and when we ask those questions in the arts, where do the arts fit in that ecology of everything else we think is important in building and evolving as a just society, right?
Yeah, and I think the answer also is that the way artists and creatives think in general is the answer. It's not, right? It's not the actual product or the content. It's the fact that we are committed to asking the question over and over and over again. I'm asking the same question no matter what kind of work I'm making. And it's getting to the kernel of how do we figure this puzzle out with equity? And so that's what every leader can take away. That little kernel, right? It's not your title. It's not if you had the courage to fire people or save jobs or it's really about asking the question and empowering everyone around you to ask that question. And so we hear it all the time. It's kind of rhetoric, but that's the risk. That's the stakes you're talking about earlier, right? That's the stakes. The stakes are always high, and it's to ask the right questions at every turn, even if you think you know the answer. That's the courageous part.
No, you're absolutely right. And innovation, asking questions, inquiry is not a department.
That's right.
It is a way of thinking.
That's right.
Right?
Thank you, LGC, for helping to develop the leaders we need to improve our region, and also for lifting up the voice and impact of Civic Consulting Alliance as an honoree of the Civic Catalyst Award tonight.
The mission of Civic Consulting Alliance is simple. It's to make Chicago a great place for everyone to live in and work. It's the everyone piece where things become really complicated. As I reflect on Westside United and Civic Consulting Alliance, it is such a wonderful example of what I think Civic Consulting Alliance is here to do. Westside United wasn't Westside United in the early days. It was a set of challenges. How is it that these inequities exist? Why is it that not just death, but educational attainment and job opportunities, wealth, income have that huge disparity, and how can we collectively address those issues?
When I first learned about the death gap, it was not really surprising having a lived experience on the West Side.
As it was expressed in kind of the image of the death rates going along the L stops and a 14-year gap between the Loop and some of our near West Side communities, it wasn't just striking, it was really disturbing, and it was a call to action.
As a kid, taking the Green Line from downtown to my community, you could see the change in resources. So the stores looked different, the schools looked different, the housing stock was different.
And we started to rethink what it meant to be an anchor institution. It was not merely to be a large institution in a geographic place that does a lot of hiring and buying, but rather maybe an institution that could drive positive change.
The most powerful thing to me was the admission from the healthcare systems that the disparity existed and that they would take an active role in addressing it.
So one of the things that we had to realize quickly is, we are not the solution. We can support others and be part of solutions. We had to learn, as people like to say, to work at the speed of trust.
Gaining trust with the community organizations is a continual journey.
Are there times when I and others felt worried about this project? Constantly, for a lot of reasons. So there is a reputational risk for organizations to reach out and get involved. There is the worry that we will say or do something inappropriate and somehow, despite all efforts, not reflect the community's needs. So that community, not just voice, but leadership from the community is critical in this.
And so Civic Consulting Alliance, I say all the time, brought resources that allowed us to really build this organization at a speed that would not have been possible without their presence.
This would not have happened, and it could not have possibly been as successful as it's been to date without the Civic Consulting Alliance.
What it took us 3 years to build would have taken us 10, in my opinion, without the Civic Consulting Alliance.
The mayor launched the Racial Equity Rapid Response Team in response to really devastating data that showed that the deaths due to COVID were 75% African Americans in Chicago. When the Racial Equity Rapid Response Team started, it was like this. I think the mayor saw the data on Saturday. We called Westside United on Sunday. We had a press conference on Monday, and our first meeting was Tuesday.
One of the things that I knew that we needed as part of our formula to lift a large-scale strategy very quickly was the help of the Civic Consulting Alliance.
Building on the trust that we had developed and those relationships that we had built supporting the development of Westside United and our ongoing work with the mayor's office, we were able to bring flexible capacity and expertise to really get the Racial Equity Rapid Response Team off the ground quickly. So we brought together our own staff and resources from our pro bono partners, including Deloitte, Accenture, KPMG, and Slalom, to help to structure a framework for collaboration.
I often say that as the government, we have a trust deficit. So we enter into this work with nothing in our bank account. And that's why having the Civic Consulting Alliance there as a bridge is helpful.
You got healthcare partners who are very passionate about their work, our community leaders, and when you bring all that together with government, it has to be managed in a way where we're actually getting down to getting things done for people.
I stepped into the role of CEO at Civic Consulting Alliance in March of 2020, and it was a transformative time. Within 24 hours of coming into the organization, we were receiving calls for help from the city, Cook County, the state of Illinois, and we marshaled resources really quickly. Everyone rallied to really face this unprecedented crisis and try to come up with solutions that would bring resilient and robust approaches to responding to COVID public health crisis, the racial injustice that we were facing. We've continued to support our clients in working with our partners to institutionalize these efforts and also take them to the next level. For example, the provider working group that's part of the Racial Equity Rapid Response Team, those providers came together, 40 of them, to issue an unprecedented joint public statement acknowledging racism as a public health crisis. And we're continuing to help those leaders to be accountable to those commitments and to institutionalize practices that will bring change to address those inequities. I'm excited about the future because I love Chicago. We're in it to stay. And this is about making our region great for everyone. And we have so much opportunity and so many people at the table that Civic Consulting Alliance is using our power of collaboration to get big things done.
Hey everybody! Hey, before we get started tonight, we got a great surprise announcement from our friends at the Bethany Fund.
Good evening. It is such a pleasure to be with you this evening. The Advocate Bethany Community Health Fund, better known as the Bethany Fund, was established in 2007 by Advocate Healthcare, now Advocate Aurora Health. The mission of the fund has been to promote health and wellness and address health disparities and their determinants in 5 areas on Chicago's West Side: Austin, Garfield Park, Humboldt Park, and North Lawndale. Through the dynamic work of a fund board, Advocate has been able to award $13 million through 473 grants and service over 75,000 individuals on Chicago's West Side. As the fund board was looking to near its planned fulfillment in 2020, the fund board wanted to think about how it could leave a legacy. How could it do something to commemorate its work, but more importantly, continue its work around leadership, service, and capacity building that had been the hallmarks of the fund. Under the leadership and guidance of our fund board chair, Cody McSellers-McCray, dynamic conversations between Leadership Greater Chicago and the Bethany Fund got underway.
This effort was also led by Carrie Nelson, Bethany Fund board member since its inception and Leadership Greater Chicago fellow since 2003. This work was also supported by other fund board members from the outgoing board who are also LGC fellows: Jeff McCarter, Jose Rodriguez, and Claude Robinson. We wanted to provide access to talented leaders from the West Side to participate in outstanding leadership training and networking opportunities. We know no one does that better than Leadership Greater Chicago. Tonight, we would like to announce a gift of $775,000. To create an endowment in support of one talented leader annually from the West Side to participate in Leadership Greater Chicago's Signature Fellowship Program. This support will be provided in perpetuity. As an LGC Fellow, class of 2012, and a longtime resident of the West Side and the Austin community in particular, LGC was instrumental in my growth as a leader and the connections I developed and the other leaders that I got to know through my experience. This endowment will also support development of the West Side Leadership Development Conference in partnership with other organizations to advance the growth and the development of communities on the West Side. We know this gift will support the development of future leaders who will lead bold, transformative change across Chicago. Congratulations.
Ina, Cody, Carrie, on behalf of Leadership Greater Chicago, thank you so much for your confidence in Leadership Greater Chicago and your investment in building civic leadership on the West Side of Chicago. We are honored. This is an incredible moment for us. We've never received any endowment, and this is our first milestone. And so thank you. We are committed to building this leadership and investing your legacy on the West Side. So for all of us, we will lead great, and thank you again.
Congratulations, LGC.
a mighty fine crew. Since 1985, we've been bringing it home to you. Our story's still being written, but there's so much to do. We just need a little special sauce from classes old and new. We learn from one another, working side by side. By doing it all together, we can surely stem the tide.
Lead on, Lee Gray.
Lead on, Lee Gray.
Lead on, Lee Gray. Oh, Chicago, lead
on, Lee Gray.
Fellas, don't be great, David, go. Come on, Bobby Burnett. Come on, Rick Hall, show us what to do. That's some Lead Brothers. That's some Lead Brothers. Lead on, Lee Gray. Come on, girl. Lead on. Don't you hesitate.
Lead on, Lee Gray.
Lead on, Lee Gray. Bring it down, fellas. Everybody. Lead on, Lee Gray. Come on, Sonny, I want to hear the audience.
Lead on, Lee Gray.
Come on, people.
Lead on, Lee Gray.
Leadership brings to Chicago.
Lee Gray. You gotta
Lead on, Lee Gray.
We gotta
Lead on, Lee Gray.
lead on,
Lee Gray. One more time.